Chat? What the fuck was that?
Oh, wait. Germ said don't do that.
What is that? Here? Chat? I don't know. What the fuck just happened? Did somebody swat us? I'll be back, chat. Is it really? Is it prank?
No.
What up, sneaker fam? Your boy J Dot here. First and foremost, before we kick this video off, as you obviously know what the topic is going to be, I'm sure you've already seen enough of these videos. Just wanted to give you my take regarding what's going on with the whole Cool Kick situation. But anyways, appreciate y'all. I know that we're slowly growing. We are 16 followers away from 100. So if you could do me a solid and please subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it. Appreciate y'all that are liking it as well. Doing real big things here as we go along with this. Hopefully you got all the sneakers you wanted this week, but you know, things are going real good and real happy and real motivated to keep making more and more videos. I'm gonna make some more long form videos, obviously, as much as I can, so I'm gonna generate some ideas, maybe just kind of like show some sneakers I might possibly have. I'll figure some things out as we go along, but yeah. But as you know what the topic is today, it's going to be regarding the whole Cool Kicks raid that happened in Santa Monica last week. So yeah, let's go ahead and kick that off. Before we get into the whole situation that happened on Thursday, just a little background regarding what Cool Kicks is. Cool Kicks is a resale sneaker shop. Obviously, because we are retail only, we really don't care what resale is, but Cool Kicks is a very popular online sneaker shop that has a big following when it comes to YouTube. I believe they're also on Twitch, as well as probably whatnot, other things as well. So one of the things that the owner, his name is Adil Shams, has been doing lately, is, if you haven't noticed, is he has been doing a lot of whatnot. So with whatnot, he's been selling anything and everything. So it's been kind of a weird situation there, since, you know, what they have their business with whatnot, and then they obviously have the sneakers. So anyways, moving into the situation, outside of, you know, their sneaker resale shop, they had a warehouse where he was doing these whatnots, and what they call the department, LAPD's Bunco forgery division, came there regarding alleged fraud. So again, I'm not going to speak too much on, you know, what happened specifically, because again, I'm not there. I don't have the legal stuff. I know that he was arrested, the owner, Adil Shams, and he is charged, and I think he has a court date later in the month. I believe it's going to be, it hasn't, somebody said something, it was like the 23rd or something like that. So he will face court regarding this situation. Now, I don't know how serious it is. I mean, obviously, if they're raiding you and arresting you, it's not something that you shouldn't take lightly. And I think sometimes the people that are in his team need to kind of relax with that, because obviously the courts, the prosecutors, all of them are looking at that, and they have to be careful. I'll be honest with you. I know they're all young kids and they don't understand stuff, but you got to be aware and just keep quiet and do business as usual like you've been doing, but at the same time, don't speak on it, you know. And I know a lot of what this sneaker shop right now has been saying specifically is, hey, you know, people have been saying that we've got fraudulent stuff. But I think for the most part, it is in regards to stolen items. And that's what I think for the most part. Like I said, I don't have any proof. We'll learn more as things go along. But at the same time, it looks like that, you know, they were collecting stolen goods. And at that point, they were absolutely caught, you know, obviously, especially with all that stuff going on with the train raids out in like Arizona, I believe is where they were, and all that. So these guys who are stealing these things have to go somewhere. So Cool Kicks will gladly take these early pairs, you know, shoes like Nigel Sylvester's, other things as well, Black Cat, stuff like that. So if they have like a bunch of these pairs, then, you know, they're the way to get it, and these people are just going to get their money from them. So it's unfortunate if that's the situation. Like I said, I don't want anybody to go to jail over this stuff, but at the same time, you know, if you're doing some shady stuff, you gotta, you know, face the music, and that's the way I feel. And I know some of y'all are probably big Cool Kicks fans. I used to watch them. But I don't know, man, they kind of rub me the wrong way, especially seeing a lot of the comments, and even knowing people that I've talked to in the past who says that they really don't care about you know, the regular consumer. They only care about their online weirdos that they like to have on there, and obviously they're celebrities, which is fine, which drives more publicity to the store. But at the same time, that's why there are, even though, you know, we're not big into resale here, that there are other resale shops that, you know, are they actually care, and they're an actual community, which I'll be honest with you, I don't think they are. You know, I don't even like that kid, the curly-haired kid, Rami the Icon, anymore, because he just doesn't come off as a genuine guy. He comes off as fake. I like Frankie a little bit. I made the joke internally. He's like, if something does happen to Cool Kicks, I hope he goes to Syndicate, because I think he blend in real well over there. But that was just a joke. So, like I said, you also got to know as well, one of the things these other podcasters, YouTubers are going to be saying that they don't know. It's like Adil Shams isn't the only owner of Cool Kicks. There are, I believe, 2 other partners. I know there's the one other partner. These guys are all from Virginia, so that's why I'm familiar with them. I'm not from Richmond, but that's where they started, in Virginia. So that situation was going on there. So this is an interesting situation. So we're going to monitor this, obviously, as things go along this month. I honestly don't think it's going to be, you know, like the guy's going to be facing 10 to 15 years in prison or anything like that. But I think, honestly, this is going to really beat up their reputation. And it really is bad, because people have been after them in the first place anyway. And obviously they've been controversial because of their bad attitudes. It's like they, honestly, I heard you go to the store, they're not cool there. And I'm speaking about Melrose. Now, I've been to the Vegas one before it shut down. It shut down, I believe, a couple months ago. I think that's when it shut down. And they were cool. Like, I didn't get to meet Roger. He was there. He's one of the, if you watch the Cool Kicks thing, he was there, but he was chatting with someone else. I didn't get to say what's up to him. I talked to one of the other guys that worked there. They were chill. Almost bought a pair of shoes. My wife pushed me away. I wanted to get the Mocha Jumpmans, but they were, I think, around 600. And I just was like, I had that Vegas itch, and I'm like, yo, you know, I'm going to try to buy these shoes. So yeah, we'll definitely be watching this. But yeah, this is a very interesting situation that's going on with Cool Kicks. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. I honestly hope that it isn't, you know, maybe it is a learning lesson for them to not buy stolen items, but also at the same time as well, that maybe they'll kind of change their attitudes, because there is a community out here that, you know, we all want to be embraced, and we want to embrace y'all. And if y'all think you're elite, we're not going to do so. And if you don't agree with me, that's perfectly fine. Please comment. I'll be more than happy to discuss this with you. But yeah, we'll definitely be checking this and see how things are going so far as we go along with this specific case happening. And Cool Kicks did put out a statement, I believe, on their social media, Instagram. That's the one, at least the one I saw, saying that it was an alleged small amount of merchandise. So we shall see. I honestly don't think the LAPD is going to raid you over something small. I think it's bigger. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on. But like I said, we'll definitely keep you in the loop regarding this. Really an interesting situation, and obviously probably the most popular situation among sneakers at this time right now. So yeah, that's what's going on. And again, outside of the topic itself, I greatly appreciate y'all, man. We're slowly growing. I didn't really think that I would get this many followers in such a short amount of time. Like I said, to most people, this isn't even that big. But to me, it's huge, man. I'm really, really, really happy that y'all are following me. I'm trying to put as much content as possible. You know, obviously, most of my content is about releases, but also as well, like just opinions on specific shoes that are dropping. Obviously, we're going to put the video of the weekly releases coming up shortly. I should hopefully get that by tomorrow, but I'll definitely get that, or Monday sometime early, so that you can cop the sneakers that you do want. But also as well, you know, we'll just keep the shorts coming as well, just all updated new information and so on. And I greatly appreciate y'all liking, commenting, you know, and even subscribing, which is great. So I would appreciate it if you haven't done so already. Please do so, because it will help me in the channel, help me grow, and also obviously motivate me to be more creative with what I have. So like I said, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good rest of your day, and peace.